Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Dark Horse Classic and Booyah Cup finale. This is the Booyah Cup finale King Seat match featuring, well, two players that really need no introduction, and that is Leonard Gates coming out with a 1-2-1 taking on Alex Spellman. Both of them former Continental Cup champions for the CDC. Both of them USA representatives for numerous events. Of course, Leonard Gates, the greatest senior player of all time, the only player to win all three majors in the senior tour. And he's played in the UK Open a couple weeks ago. His accolades are endless.
The nine-daughter in the Modus series. I mean, yeah, it's incredible. And you got, of course, you got Spellman. I mean, 98 average on the World Championship stage. Lost a stellar match against Ryan Joyce. You've mentioned more than once Continental Cup champion. Mm-hmm. Goes by the Jackal. Two-time ESPN champion. Only champion of that event.
He's been playing for a much shorter time than Leonard Gates. He's been playing since 1994, or 30 years. Whereas Alex Spellman has been playing for a while, but really has not been, is kind of still relatively new to the big scene. COVID and BDG's live stream won a sponsorship through them to start playing some stuff, and next thing you know, he is hitting higher and higher gears. And what great counting there from Alex Spellman to leave the 167, especially compared to Leonard Gates, who left 162, which is not a finish.
Looking to set up for this round right here. Wanted that 54 to go to leave 36. Didn't happen. 167 for Spellman. Have to finish on the bullseye.
Yep. But he gave himself the opportunity by leaving what he left. He did not like it as soon as it left his hand, and you could tell.
Yeah, you could see his hand kind of slightly jerked, and it pulled high.
That was a frustration expression as soon as the dart released from his hand before it even reached the dartboard. 8 or 16. It'll be double 16. And Leonard Gates gets it done in leg number one despite the bogey leave. And sometimes just it doesn't matter. You're still good enough. And 15 darter will do. Spellman going to start cricket. 1-0 score line, Leonard Gates.
These holds and throws are going to be dynamic and in a lot of ways must-haves for the players. And then the breaks are going to be huge.
Here is Soldier stepping up. Looking at the 19s. Up 20. Nope, stayed there. His eyes are tricky sometimes.
Yeah, I was also, he rocks a little bit, so he pulled that shoulder up. I'm thinking, is he taking a look at that 20? And he stayed on that 19.
Well, and he also uniquely, I have to tell you, looks down at the screen after every dart, and then his eyes look back up. So he's almost making split-second decisions often. And I'm going to start talking eventually. There we go. I'm back. Had to reboot. My bad.
This time takes a look at that 20 after two 19s. Two trip 19s in there.
I don't know if you noticed that about him, that he does that. I don't know how one is able to accomplish that. Spellman. Yeah, not happy with the 5 there. It's 1-0 Leonard Gates. And leg number 2 here. King seat. The winner of this one is guaranteed, meaning will not leave with less than $2,500.
It's a pretty good spot to be in if you win the king seat.
And they have already guaranteed themselves at least $1,300 by making it to the king seat match. So not a bad payday overall, no matter what from this point. But first place is a bit of a doozy of a difference. $7,500 with $5,625 in cash. $2,500 for second. And that's not even mentioning that there are a lot of people sweating this Booyah Cup finish that, I don't know, have just a couple bucks here or there that they had lying around on a couple of players that are still left in this bad boy.
I know what you're talking about. Quite a little payday.
It is also the name of a city. And it is a huge payday.
Nice payday. To the 16s.
I almost kept going with adjectives, but I decided to stop myself ahead of time.
Gotta fill it up here against Gates.
Ooh,
An
switch to the
aggressive
19s
move to
there.
the 19s. Yeah, I don't know if I think that was probably a little early. I think I would have tried at least the other 16 in there, or probably grabbed the 15s. Gates has not missed.
That cannot surprise you at this point with how he's been playing every single match that we've seen so far today. This is Leonard Gates at his highest quality.
Only manages 3. Not happy with that turn.
No, Spellman's going to get broken here. It is a long format that they're both very used to playing against each other often in this exact format of legs in the CDC. 6.57.
I was going to say 6.57.
Chrissy Grimmel's up 1-0 over Lisa Yee. This is the queen seat match going on at the exact same time, which is wonderful. So we'll try and get you as much coverage of both that we can. It is a 2-0 lead here for Leonard Gates in the king seat of the men's side. Coverage for the Booyah Cup brought to you by USA Darts.
Spellman, aggressive move there. Gates has been pointing him hard on that 20. Grabs the 19, singles the 19, closes the 20, forces Gates into the 18. And he responds.
And responding well. Boom goes the dynamite. And that is a horse of a different color. Leonard Gates throws in 3 different trebles. Spellman, 7 of his own. They're both averaging 7 here early in this. And I can't believe they're already on the 16s. This is round 3.
It didn't. It's incredible to sit here and be able to call these matches and watch these darts being thrown in a level I have never played in.
I can't even dream of these levels.
No, it is.
My mind wouldn't even allow me to.
There's just not much more you can do to be perfect. And Spellman right there comes flying back with his own 9.
Boom,
closes out the
dynamite.
Closes out the board. Pushes him into the 15s. Nope, he'll stay there. No. See, I was surprised. I thought he would stay there. He's normally going to stay there.
Yeah,
this
got really aggressive.
Yes, this leg has been very aggressive. You just said it.
And honestly, he's being pressured here. And if he hit it, that was a huge, huge hit. Just like that was from Alex Spellman, albeit a little bit safer. But a 7.50 right now from Alex Spellman, responding down 2-0 and a break a throw. Surprised Leonard did not go to the 16s on the last start, but Spellman now has a bailout number if he needs it. And he's going to utilize it now. Might as well stay. Yep. Puts it back out of reach for Leonard to win. There he takes out that. So a round later, we're in a similar circumstance that we would have been. Alex needs 3. And he gets the 3. Otherwise, Leonard only needed 3. 6.50 for Alex Spellman. Breaks right back. 2-1 lead as we head back to 0-1. And we're going to head on over to Chrissy and Lisa. 2-0. Chrissy Grimmel on top. That one is a race to 5 over there. Race to 6 right now in the men's side. Alex starting off with a 140. His target goal here is 12 darts.
Gates up 2. Spellman 1. 2-1 is the score line.
Yep. We are back on throw. Count them on up. 1, 2, 3 for Mr. Leonard Gates. And that is a absolutely perfect dart for Spellman to follow. There's no way he doesn't hit a 180 here. Yeah.
Good call.
Good call. There was no chance he was not hitting 180 after the first 2.
If you've seen those first 2 darts go in, he does not move.
Yep.
He is so clinical on his shot.
And Leonard's not going to miss either. Yep. Oh, it flights into the 5s. That's unlucky. That's tough. But Spellman was going to get 6 from 181 no matter what.
96. I like that shot on the 121. You like that shot on the 121.
Especially in that situation right there. All Gates can do is set up something and put a little pressure on the 76. It's got to be a little bit more than that. That's not bad on the pressure. Definitely more than capable of doing the 113 easily. Spellman, 76. Might only be 1 dart. It's 2, double 14. Only needed the 1, and it's 2-2. All tied up early in the King Seat match of the Booyah Cup finale. Brought to you by Booyah Darts.
To give you an update on the field, top 5 and 5th and 6th place matches. Dustin Holt down 2-0 to Rick Kinsey. Garrett Rakowski 2, Danny Baggish 2.
Oh, boy.
And on the ladies' side, Liz Tynan currently is up 1-0 on Abby Spot.
A lot of action still happening around this venue. And then Chrissy Grimmel's up 2-0 currently on Lisa Yee. And Chrissy went first in leg number 3 as well. Gates, 2 triple visit, 137 scored, but Spellman started off with a big 140 again.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that grabbed that last start and kicked into the 5, and I know he didn't like that. Nice big 180 out of Mr. Gates. Spellman back at 266. Needs the 99 at least to set up for at least an out. We'll look to go bigger.
Yeah, Gates definitely in the driver's seat here. Does leave the big fish if he gets a look at it. 84. Quick 2-dart combination. Just like that. Leonard Gates, 11-dart. Hold of throw. Only thing that would have done it for Alex Spellman in that leg was a 9-darter.
Yeah, Spellman left himself 170, but he just didn't have that opportunity.
See the score line over here is Chris Grimmel is about to take a 3-0 lead in the Queen Seat match to get her over the halfway point. Up 3-0 in the Queen Seat. Spellman starts with a big 7. And Garrett Rakowski up 3-2 on Danny Baggish now. Rick Kinsey still up 2-1 on Dustin Holt. So other matches going on. And then Abby Spot, Liz Tynan 1-1 in that race to 4 over there in the ladies' side. Race to 5 on the men's loser side. And another big 7 from Alex Spellman.
Do we have the makings of going the distance in this match?
Man, it sure does feel like it, doesn't it? That being said, we've also seen both of these players hit a just unbeatable gear at certain points on stream today.
Spellman 6-0 over Baggish. Soldiers 6-1 over Maloney with ridiculous numbers.
And, I mean, a million little sevens. Back to back to back to back to back. I bet he hits another triple. Shocker! 7 mark.
Nice big
from
turn
Leonard
there.
Gates.
And it's aggressive. It's really aggressive. Look, Spellman,
huge.
Spellman's got to work with the 16s or 15s if he wants to point. First, he's got to do is gear that 17.
After he gets the 16.
He'll grab that 15 now.
Yep. He didn't even hit a 7 mark. 6 from Alex Spellman. Gives him still control. But Gates needs a 9 to really kind of make Spellman worry about the leg a little bit at this point. And that's with Leonard Gates throwing a 6.50 right now. To point out that he is well behind in this leg, throwing a 6.50. And Spellman for the win of the leg with Leonard throwing a 6.50. Ooh, he bailed on the last dart there. Smart last dart.
A lot of bullseyes needed for Mr. Gates. 6 would do him some fancy.
You sounded so British there.
What?
Do him so fancy. All right, Spellman. Un más, por favor. Tie ball game.
Big darts.
Well, I'm not going to sing it, but we're halfway there.
We got a 3-3 score line. Both these guys are being pushed.
Chrissy, double 11 needed. That would have made it 4-0. So Lisa Yee a chance to put a leg on the board and maybe shift the momentum a little bit. Triple 19. Double 19. Cannot do single 19. And, well, you don't need to see much to know that that is part of the storyline of that match right there. And it is 4-0, Chrissy Grimmel on Lisa Yee. And Spellman just did something awesome. Like a 7 mark.
Leonard Gates attacking the 20.
And gets rid of the 19s.
Nice move. Nice move.
You're never going to believe this, but that was a 7.
I'll tell you what, if the 7s hit like that in Vegas, here we go. Mr. Spellman onto the 18s.
Let's find us a craps table immediately. Another 7 mark from Alex Spellman. At this point, it's becoming a joke.
From the field, Rick Kinsey 4, Dustin Holt 1.
Wow.
5th place.
Wow.
5th, 6th place match. And
oh, my gosh.
Here's the other score line. Garrett Rakowski 4, Danny Baggish 2. This is a race to 5 legs, so not much needed to get into the 4th place match.
My, oh, my. If there's anyone out there watching that match live and can give us some updates step by step, that would be, helpful to our psyche. Would be a good way to put that. Leonard Gates just hit a 9 mark. And follows it up with just a 3. Again, a lot of money on the line. $7,500 to first place. The winner of this match is guaranteed the best opportunity at that, as Alex Spellman hits a 7. $56.25 in cash there for first place. $2,500 for second. $1,300 for third, which is the lowest that either of these players can finish. Fourth place, $950. Fifth, sixth, $750 each. And the payouts go all the way to 32nd. So for qualifying for this event, you guaranteed yourself $300. Abby Spot, Liz Tynan, obviously battling in leg number 3 as it's still 1-1 over there. And to give you a quick update on the other side, 94 left for Chrissy Grimmel for the match. Now 76. Trip 20 will win it. And she does hit the trip 20 to win it 5-0 over Lisa Yee. So domination in the queen seat by Chrissy Grimmel.
On the 4th place match for the ladies, Abby spot 2, Liz Tynan 1. That final 4 is top-notch players.
Absolutely.
Back at that trip 20. Looks to close the 15. Stays aggressive. Keeps them points coming.
That last dart was weird with the second dart going at the 15. That being said, you hit a triple 20. There's nothing wrong with that. So who's to say?
Single 15 to close. Trip 16 to close. He'll move to get rid of them.
That's in a sense a coffin shot.
That's it. He basically put this leg to bed.
It is a hold to throw, which Alex will remind himself of at the end of the day. The blind draw is alive and well out there in the venue as well. How many? Yeah, that blind draw is a $1,500 ad. It's almost worth the trip itself.
Yeah, I was going to say,
for
win
good
that
players.
blind draw. Quite a bit of money to be playing for.
Garrett Rakowski is beating some named players that.
He's a Winmore sponsored player.
And I think he was the least known of the Winmore sponsored players that had just come up, even though if, you like people and you like darts, you'd love Garrett Rakowski. I think he's showing a little bit why he was picked in that spot. And for most of us that know him, there was no doubt.
No, the bullet can fly.
Whammo 2 years ago, he had, 4 legs in one night where he threw perfect 501 legs?
Yeah, it was just
full bowl, 501 legs.
And it was just everything he threw was a perfect leg.
Yep.
Spellman looks control, 140 on the turn. 401 back is Gates. Wants at least a ton 40.
He'll take them all, though. That's a 180 from Leonard Gates. Alex Spellman, 261. Spellman, not necessarily a must-win leg, but pretty much a must-win leg, as
he needs to tie this thing back up.
A break a throw.
Doesn't need that.
And that is a tough dart. Finds it on dart 3, saves it a little bit, but whoa, that was almost a disaster.
Update: Danny Baggish is taking the league off Rakowski. It's 4-3.
Gates puts a lot of pressure on the 136. If you're Spellman, you assume Leonard hits that.
76.
So this must go. Go double? No, it stays there. Double 8 for a huge checkout and to save.
Bam. Nice.
The tie ball game.
Nice.
4-4 scoreline now. Big checkout from Alex Spellman.
Now we're down to our. Now our thoughts are we going to go the distance? We haven't gone the distance on the stream.
We have not, and I said about 10 minutes ago, it definitely was feeling that way, and my feelings have not changed, especially with Leonard Gates starting off with a big 180 right out the gate. And after that first start, Leonard Gates is guaranteed 12 darts, at least, to be able to take out the leg. So he has 9 more darts at least in hand.
Continues on with that trip 20.
He won't need them. He won't need them.
Just pulls up to the ton 40. He'll return for 181. Spellman 361 back. Needs a ton 40 or better.
He wanted the 180, but effectively does the same thing with the 140.
Yep. I mean, that's what you got to be there pressuring Gates. You got to be there.
No idea, but I like it now. No matter what, it got him low. Got him to a point where he had a good setup. It would have left either 76 or 51.
Yeah,
so that's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. I mean, they're both manageable outs. 11 for tops.
Needed a different triple than that.
That one hurts.
But effectively just a hold a throw for Leonard Gates if he takes out this 51 right here. If not, he still will be back. Tops. Double 10. And Gator becomes one leg away from a potential king seat spot. And best chance at a three-peat opportunity for him. No one's ever three-peated in this event. He would become the first.
Yeah, well, it's only the third year. Here we go. Alex Spellman needs a leg to tie it up so we can go the distance.
No one's ever beat Leonard Gates in this event.
No one has. That's correct.
Alex would like to be the first. And we know you guys see the board jumping a little bit on the screen. We see it. We don't. Maybe they turned up the bass. I don't know. Maybe it's just been a long day of staring at the screen and it looks way wigglier to me than
it could
it
be
is.
someone has their hands on the truss or something.
Huh?
Could be the bass in the building.
Well, a 7 mark from Alex Spellman. Let me know if you've heard that story already. Leonard Gates is averaging a 7, which is not surprising either. Ooh.
As you've seen earlier, Chrissy Grimmel is the queen seat holder. The fourth place match on the women's side, Listine in 3, Abby spot 2.
It was 2-1 Abby spot, so that one has flipped on its head a little bit. It's a race to 4 only. And look at this. Guys, breaking news for you. As Alex Spellman gets a boom goes the dynamite. Garrett Rakowski has defeated the gambler Danny Baggish 5-3. Danny Baggish is out in 5th, 6th place.
That was my pick to win this. On the other side, Rick Kinsey's holding a 4-2 lead on Dustin Holt. Spellman got to do this right here to send us to a decider.
Garrett Rakowski has taken out on the loser. He's run through the loser side. He lost his first round match and has since then defeated Darian Akobe, Mark McGrain, Mike Carter, Mike Maloney, Jesse Johnson, and now Danny Baggish. And in none of those legs or those matches did it go to a last leg decider where he was in threat of losing the match.
Incredible stuff.
So Garrett finds himself in the 4th place spot. He will take on the winner of Dustin Holt, Rick Kinsey, which is looking like it's Rick Kinsey at this point, up 4-2 in a race to 5.
Speaking of race right here, we are looking like we're going to go to the decider. Gates can flip 16s and 15s back on Spellman.
And then some. That'll be the good start of it. Throwing a 7.0, and the advantage is with his opponent. .0 for Alex Spellman again. Just continuing to just kill him with 7s. Gator, back-to-back 9s.
I was going to say, back-to-back 9s on that 16. Big stuff coming.
Starting to gain a little bit of an advantage, but still 2 wedges of high ground for Alex Spellman. And now the point lead. And he's throwing – Leonard Gates is not winning this match, throwing a 7.33. A 7.33 is
not winning the match.
Struggling right now to stay in the match.
And down 2 houses.
If this starts to become the normal losing number, like I'm never going to play darts again. I'll just sit back here and just keep eating my popcorn and sitting next to people I like, and you two, and talking darts.
I appreciate the fact that I'm allowed to sit next to you.
You are always allowed to sit next to me, Ryan.
I appreciate that.
Leonard Gates.
Say back on
looking
that
on another
16,
9 of the 16s.
And that's a big testament there. 48-60 on the turns.
He's still throwing a 7.25, and again, if this was a water polo match, he would be the kid that is just barely keeping his head above water, let alone playing. And another 9 from Alex Spellman. 6.78, playing a 7.25, and it's not getting worse.
Gates makes the move to get rid of the 20. Going to force Spellman to either point the 18s or come after his 16.
If he doesn't come after the 16s with a 113-point lead, I will be very surprised. 15s, and bullseye. Almost a coffin shot.
Almost there.
Effectively becomes one. And again, Leonard Gates is going to lose this leg. He's averaging a 7.2 in a losing effort right now. He dropped below a 7, so I can accept it. A 6.8, I have never in my life tried a 6.8 average, and it's going to lose this leg.
And to be down 2 houses, too. 6.56 beats a 6.8, and the 6.8 was never in control of the leg, and as high as 7.33.
Yeah, there were still 2 houses. He was 2 houses down and 113 points.
And we are at 5-5 scoreline.
Going the distance.
The winner of the cork started leg 1 and gets to start the final leg.
Advantage Leonard Gates. Sir Leonard starts off with a 9. As if you expected anything else. Spellman going to look to match it on the 19s. And I would not be surprised if we see the best leg of the entire match right here. So far, so good. Boom goes the dynamite for both players.
That is correct, folks. They are on fire.
They're both on 9s. They're both on the 9. This is insane.
Oh, you had to do it.
Well, yeah. I knew it was going to eventually not happen. Okay, we can't. Darts isn't just a game of magnets where they just let it go and it goes exactly where it's supposed to go. I know it seems like that, folks.
I'm telling you, it looks like that.
This game is so hard. An average dart player doesn't average a 3.0. These guys are just
8.33.
This is gross.
Beating up on a 7.0.
This is the only thing that's going to take our job. It's just them throwing so well that we just have nothing to say. Just like that. Nothing to say about this. Incredible performance from both players. And a last leg decider for the king seat. Difference in prize is $5,000. And they're throwing their best leg of darts right now.
And Gates now in control of the leg, closes the 19. He's got 3 houses and the point lead, forces Spellman into the 16. He's got to fill it up.
5's not going to be good enough, obviously. 5 is just a terrible round right now.
Spellman
that is
knows
not
it.
an exaggeration.
Spellman knows it.
He sure does. But then Gator's going to give it right back.
Takes the 15.
Yep.
Grabs another house. 4 houses up, 7.4, playing against a 7.0.
The 7.0 is being dominated right now overall. Again, going first has been the difference overall. Both players throwing 7 pluses like it's nothing. He's so upset about a 7 right there.
You can't throw a 7. You got to throw a 9.
Well, how about that 7? That's probably good enough.
That's a big 7 right there. That's huge. 3 houses and the point lead.
Do you go for the 9 here? You do.
You do. Force that bull shot.
Oh my gosh, does he do this? Yep, it's 5-3 in bowl race. Leonard Gates needs 3. Alex Spellman needs 5. And that's a horse of a different color because they're both throwing 7.33s. Leonard Gates could beat a 7.33 right now. He's going to beat a 7.33 right now. A 7.33 just lost the last leg decider in the king seat of the Booyah Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never in my life seen anything remotely close to that ridiculous leg of darts, and for it to be worth so much, I don't understand how these players are able to consistently perform at this level.